So what's up? Y'all doing alright? Hell, I'm doing pretty good. So my next one, I guess, is I don't know if it was the worst, uh, really, but it was probably the most embarrassing for me and the people that uh, they made play with us. I guess I don't know. That was a new one for me. I've never run into that before or since. Okay, so here's the deal. we were somewhere in Oklahoma City, and that's about as direct as you need to get. And we were playing a gig in OKC, and I'd already talked to the people. You know, you got to set up a gig, okay? You talk to these people; they know what you do. You explain things. I'm rolling up with a whole bandwagon full of gear and stuff to put on a show. Uh, with anyway. So we get there, and God bless his soul. And I'm gonna say that probably at least 2 or 3 times through this. Uh, I don't know him personally, but he also frequented the place that I worked, and I've seen him around also too many times. So we need to get Mark over here. Mark's a detail oriented guy. He knows all the details and shit. But so we roll up. Uh, I'm always just a little bit early, just so we can kind of get things figured out, the layout of the place, how it's going to work. Is there going to be any issues with where stuff's plugged in, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on, okay? So we show up a little bit early and go in. It's your usual bar setting. You got pool tables, a big bar where people can sit there and drink, a couple of small areas where you can kind of lounge around, some tables, stuff like that. And it's got a pretty decent size area, really, for music and stuff, putting on shows, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Not real complicated. Anybody that's done a gig probably seen that at least 1,000 times. Okay? Well, this area where we're going to set up is pretty populated with guitars and gear and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, well, somebody's playing before us, I don't care. I have no problems. We either open or we close. That was kind of the thing that we did. I didn't want to play in the middle. I didn't want to play after somebody or nothing like that. We either opened or we closed. That's usually how we did it. And when you get higher up and all that shit actually means something, your opener is usually your new guy, and then your closer is usually your big act or whatever, But we're talking about from 7 to, 11, 30, 12, something like that. Okay, so you're not going to have your high flying closer acts and stuff, at least when you're starting out. Okay, so anyway, and we were supposed to be opening, and I was like, okay, well, we're not going to open this time. These guys are they're going to open. So I was like, well, we'll leave the gear and stuff in the truck and trailer for now. I'm not overly worried about it. I brought a couple of guitars in. Mark brought his sticks, I think, and his drum throne, a couple of just odds and ends, just to have around, to diddle around and make noise and stuff while we were having an adult beverage, waiting for the band to start. So the band takes the stage. Okay. At this point, there is a singer, a drummer, 2 guitar players, and a bass player. Yeah. But here's the deal. We were to play with them, or vice versa. They were to play with us. And I was thinking, these guys don't know our songs. There's no way they can play with us. It's never going to work. I mean, they could be really great, wonderful musicians, but they don't know the song. I mean, it'd be like driving down a highway, with a blindfold on at full throttle. That's not how shit works. Okay? Eventually, you're going to veer off the road and wipe out. Okay. It gets more interesting. Hang in there. So I walk up to the guitar player. He's a Mexican fellow. He's got a hat on. Not shaped like this. This is shaped like an asshole's hat. But he's got a hat on. And I said, have you listened to our songs? Do you know what we're going to do? I called ahead and I talked to the owner of the place and, explained everything that was going to happen. Did you listen to our material? No. I said, okay. So let me give you a crash course right quick. So the first song we're going to play is, it's called Stay With Me. It's going to start in D. It's going to move to a B. It's going to move to a G. I said, now that's about as simple as crash course as I can get with you. So that's a good place to start. Listen for the breaks, wait for the changes. You can probably play that one with us. I don't think it'll be too hard for you. I'm sure you've been playing for a really long time. Okay. We start up. Okay, and by the way, they gave me an amp. They wouldn't let me bring my amp. Okay? Wouldn't let me bring any of my gear on the stage. Cool. Wouldn't let Mark bring his drums or anything of his except for his sticks on the stage. Okay, cool. They put me playing through an amp that was about 10 and a half, 11 inches, something like that wide. About the same tall. Probably had a 6.5 inch speaker in it. There's at least 60 people in there. Okay, and we're facing towards a wall. Alright? Oh boy, here we go. So I'll run over to the amp, and there's a sound guy there. He goes, hey man, you can't turn this up. I said, the melody and the song and everything that's going to happen is going to happen between me and that drummer over there. So that's going to be real important to the song that you be able to hear the guitar. I play and sing at the same time. Well, I guess we can turn you up a little bit. We'll turn you up a little bit. Okay. So I'm not allowed to fuck with the amp. We play Stay With Me. And literally, I'm playing an electric guitar. I think at the time, what was I playing? Was I playing the SG? Shit, it's hard for me to remember. I think I was playing the SG. I don't know, Mark would know. He's a detail-oriented guy. I've had all kinds of guitars, but anyway, that really didn't matter. But I was playing, and I remember if I kept the guitar really close, while I was playing, kick the strap back, keep it close up on your chest while I was playing, I could hear better what I was playing by the sound of the fucking electric guitar acoustically. The guy that was supposed to be playing with us was totally fucking lost. We went through the beginning. The beginning has nothing to do with really any kind of a time signature. It's just something me and Mark had worked out. We knew what the changes were and shit. But he was way off, and you could hear him just blasting. I could hear him blasting right by my left ear. I was like, oh Lord Jesus. And he was way off. He didn't know what the hell was going on. And I turned around many times when I wasn't singing, and I'd show him what chord I was playing, and we'd go from there, and it just wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. And finally, now I don't know whether he blew it up or it just blew up. Both of them kind of sounded like bullshit to me. But he had a old school Fender Twin amp that blew up, and he said, "Sorry, I can't play with you guys anymore. You know, my amp's blown up." I said, "Man, that's okay." I said, "I totally understand. You know, there's people sitting there watching us the whole time. You know." And our first song sounded like a dog that had the squirty poops. It was fucking awful. And so finally, I walked back. I know this is a little bit long, but I walked back and I told that sound guy. I said, "Hey, you're gonna have to plug me into another amp, or you're gonna have to crank this so much wide open and mic it." I said, "Because I can't hear a fucking thing that I'm playing." And Mark was pissed too. Mark was fucking pissed. He was playing just by beat because he couldn't hear shit. There were no stage monitors, nothing like that. Uh, I guess they were set up for like acoustic shows or something like that. I don't know. But there were no stage monitors. There's no sound coming back at us. Nothing at all. And Mark was pissed. He's like, "God damn it, I can't fucking hear you." He was getting mad at me. And I was like, "Look, asshole, I can't fucking hear me either." He's like, "All I can hear is your voice." The fuck yeah. Same here. So anyway, we got things sorted out just a little bit better. We played a few more songs. And then our time run out, you know, so it's the next guy, so we got all our shit and walked off. But that was probably one of the most embarrassing gigs ever. Uh, that was pretty embarrassing. Maybe not the most embarrassing, but definitely embarrassing. So yeah, that's about all I got for you tonight. Y'all take care. Hell, I'm out.